ring. Intrepid is decidedly the word for what you guys are doing.
Not me.
No, actually, you are...
I am decidedly not being intrepid.
You're decidedly fucking right off.
Pussy. There you go. You still have that one. Which one of you two wants the Inquisitor condition?
I am not being... Okay.
I was kind of pointing at these two.
Fingers
Extra
are big.
disorder. I know someone.
So I actually took these out of your case bag.
Okay. Does anyone else have any other conditions?
I am leveraged and flagged.
Okay, you were flagged. That's what was up there. I am actually... Are you still... Is that leverage still from his condition?
That leverage is from his condition.
Okay, so...
He has leverage over me.
I'm actually going to auto-resolve the leverage, because it's not necessarily relevant to the story anymore.
Okay.
And I had you do something.
Oh.
And you had him do something.
So beat?
Yeah. Yeah. Usually when they time out, it's not...
They had me do something.
Yeah. So
And
beat.
pushes.
Yes. So
No, the distraction
I know.
fails.
I know.
But I also had you distract a cat in the bushes.
Yes.
Oh, I'm also
They're
paranoid,
tasty.
but that's about to be
not a
resolved.
condition. Yeah.
What?
That's not a condition. Should be a condition.
It says it's under my conditions.
I don't know why.
Oh.
I saw that actually a couple times when I looked at research. I was like, what are your embeds, by the way?
My embeds are...
Kentucky Fried Chicken,
Yep.
That's good in bed.
macaroni and cheese,
That's even better.
and crackers.
I know you have
No,
strike
no
first
vegetables.
and...
I
Oh, the crackers
have
are people.
White people.
embeds. Yeah, combustion, strike first, and find the leak.
Okay, good. So, none of... No. So, as it stands, I have, without regard to your choice of embeds, to your initial choice of embed, chosen keys that are not part of your starting spread. So you all start off with the first question answered. No, you don't know your next key in your cipher. Three of you already have beats and are on your way to discovering your next key and the component into the lock. When last we left our intrepid ring, this story is true. To quote a different game line. I may or may not be fudging the timeline of when we left so that everyone is still doing stuff and acting innocent. You have Director Matthias's attention. You are speaking to him. You've sent out your text for everyone to get out. But as of yet, even though you are leaving, you still have his focus.
Okay.
You are in the bowels of this strange and alien infrastructure. You are in the data center, preparing the EMP. And you are headed towards the gate. As of still. With what's his face?
Okay, so
Chad.
I haven't skipped out on them to go after these guys yet.
Okay. We're reworking how long things took for dramatic effect. You, Chris, sorry, Father True, can hear, as he is walking towards his car, the sound of...
Whose car?
Your car.
Okay.
Can hear the sound of an engine from another car running, as well as the tires moving. The clanging and the hissing and the noise of the other infrastructure, as stated repeatedly, doesn't impede your perceptions of the real world, but you find it surprising nonetheless that you are this aware of your surroundings when you are literally walking away from danger. Casually, even.
Casually walking away from me.
Walk, don't run.
Never run.
You get to your vehicle. You can see lights moving between the houses. Not as in like people lights, but the glare of headlights from the vehicle. And as you get in your vehicle and you start it on, what is your driver's name?
Jonas.
Jonas. I almost said Judah, and I was like, no, that was her character from the D&D game. No, that was B's character from the D&D game. Jonas. Jonas is gunning it. He's racing through the complex. He's going to get Chad out of here. It's already established that you're going back to the hotel, despite the fact that Jonas may or may not very much want to take Chad to a hospital. But that's neither here nor there. He has his orders. As you guys approach the gate, you see the security guard, Brian. Yes.
Brian.
I'm learning. You see the security guard, Brian, step out. You can't hear anything. Like, you kind of see him just standing there. You can see him moving, but you're kind of looking through a divider glass and through the front glass, and then it's nighttime. The car is moving. You do clearly hear and see the sound of muzzle flare and a warning shot. You don't fire up for a warning shot.
Fire about 2 feet in front of the vehicle.
Well, that's
It's a
how
moving
you
vehicle, so he's gonna aim for the
should do
sides.
it.
Yeah.
That isn't necessarily how Mall Cop thinks to do it.
Not mall cop. So he does fire 2 feet to the side of the vehicle because the vehicle is moving so quickly that he doesn't believe he's going to be able to not hit it if he fires a warning shot in front. Jonas guns it. So you hear gunshot over the sound of your car starting. Roll me Jonas's drive.
Drive.
5 dice. He's got average plus a... Actually, 6 dice. He's got average plus equipment dice. Jonas may or may not also have the cracked driver merit and be completely unfazed by the fact that people are shooting at him. Because I forgot to give you a penalty for it. 2 successes!
Unless you
Awesome!
want me to roll again.
No. I'm like, that's fine. I was just like, oh, he should probably take a penalty because he's getting shot at. No, you know what? He's a crack driver. Fuck this shit. Hollywood's
It's really
best.
high for him.
Right?
Right.
Do you hit the ground?
Do I hit the ground
Yeah.
when I get out of the car?
No, I mean, like, in the car. Do you hit the deck on the car?
Oh. Sure. I'm also gonna take Chad down with me.
Well,
Like,
Chad goes first.
okay.
Because it's almost an innate reaction.
Do I have a bulletproof car?
No.
Do I have resources?
Yes, sadly. No. You do not have a bulletproof car, but you have a crack driver.
Okay.
See what I did there?
No, let's drive!
Well, I'm not gonna give him any instructions because I don't want to make him crash the car
Okay.
if he wasn't going to.
Okay.
And if he is, then I'll have to get him. I won't be the spotlight person like you want. Come up with something else.
You're in your car, you're about to drive casually away, and you see Director Matthias come out. Apparently attracted by the sounds of gunshots.
I thought he was gonna let us walk away.
Well, he doesn't know what's happening.
Poor director.
And he somehow forgot that I was on scene.
Oh, you didn't forget.
You're not on scene.
He embedded.
Oh,
He was never there.
I thought he was doing that on his way out.
He did.
I left the scene without a trace.
Yeah, without a trace. That's right, you without a trace, not ever here. 2 different embeds, mind you. Yeah, he entered a separate scene when he went into the infrastructure.
Mm-hmm.
So, as he was leaving that scene, the first scene, he without a trace. So there's no record of him having been there.
We'll log in with the ID card on the computer, security cameras.
That's fine. There won't be a computer much left here shortly.
Exactly.
And probably not a guard.
um,
I have a Lincoln Town car.
I know.
It's a heavy vehicle.
It is a very heavy vehicle.
Car versus man.
That's why you also don't have a bulletproof. Madam, you are in the depths of an alien infrastructure in an infinite hallway, or so it seems. What are you thinking?
I'm
Give us
thinking-
Mather's internal dialogue for a moment.
Ooh, like Dune.
I keep expecting strange creatures to jump out of the pipings and from the deep shadows underneath this catwalk, but nothing comes. More spirals and twisted sigils faintly etched into every piece of metal that I come across. The pathway keeps winding deeper and deeper. What will I find? Will I finally come to the point where there's something to interact with? Will I find the control panels?
You find it slowly curving, in fact. But the hallway is slowly curving.
Oh, dude, I read the manga about spirals. This is bad. You should check it out now. Your head's gonna cave in. It's terrible.
Or at least it starts slowly curving, and then becomes more and more pronounced until finally, relatively quickly, I should say. Do you have direction sense, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Just kidding.
JK.
Does your cover have direction sense?
I'm checking.
I don't know why, but alright, cool. So no, fairly quickly, you find yourself in a bubble, for lack of a better term. Like the hallway just kind of opens up into a spheroid chamber. Long pipes throughout all of it, pipes on top of pipes on top of pipes. The ornamentation is endless. Every surface, every piece, every bolt, every screw finely etched in a detail that no human hand could ever possibly obtain. Every single piece.
I'm going to
In
examine
this, yeah, so, perfect spheroid. The catwalk continues out into the middle, where there is a circle and a set of rings, for lack of a better term, of varying shapes and sizes that come out of the ground at about thigh level. Interesting. They come out of the catwalk to about thigh level, and there's just different shapes and configurations, and the ornamentation is, of course, radically different on all of them. Each ring, each varying size, from this big to about dinner plate, has different designs on them, an endless, infinite combination. You have craft, occult, or science.
I have occult.
This is very obviously the control surface. The decorations are a form of language. But it's not one that you know or recognize.
So I'm going to study the patterns for a moment. And are any of them blinking? Or lit up? Or...
No. Some of the pipes seem... Roll me perception first. Before I continue. You're almost there. Another couple of seconds, and you're gonna light this bitch up. It's gonna suck for any humans that are within range, but more important that everything gets fried.
Yeah, it is.
Two successes. What you originally took to be certain ornamentations, not in the rings, but in the room itself, you actually realize are distortions. It's damaged. Pieces of it have warped, burnt, burst. but everything is so overwrought that it's just seems like part of it. And in this room, there is silence.
Do I see any kind of, like, horror?
The ring's in front of you. They're dinner plate sized. I mean, you could stick head, hand, any number of ones in them.
I stick my left hand in.
What is your goal?
I want to see if it's possible to interface with it. I'm very inquisitive.
Okay. What do you... Okay, so obviously, sticking your hand in one of the rings is going to be an interface of sorts. Of sorts. Assuming the hardware is compatible.
Yeah.
That will accomplish your goal. What are you looking for? What is your overarching goal?
I'm looking to communicate with it.
Okay. To what end?
To discover what it is.
Okay.
And to discover what it is and how it and the following could possibly, or even it and just me, could possibly work together. If we have any mutual goals.
What is your... Do you have an occult specialty?
Werewolves?
Okay.
It's actually a werewolf.
The werewolf god machine.
This is Father Wolf.
I have to think. Meanwhile. No, not meanwhile. I have to think. I have to decide. Okay, here's your choice. It's the same choice that we talked about briefly earlier, but I will reiterate for the sake of our viewers. You now stand at a crossroads. You, the player. You may take... Given your incredible average curve, you have the following option.
I don't think that was a compliment.
You should have seen it when I was playing Werewolf with Lucky, dude.
You have the following option. You can play the card, not pass go, not collect $200, and take the dramatic failure. You will gain the beat. You will even gain the option to roll for your cipher. However, it is a dramatic failure. There may or may not be damage to your character, and there may or may not be permanent alterations. You will also learn one secret for the universe of this game that no one in existence knows.
And the other option?
The other option is, that's a dramatic failure. You can choose to roll. If you succeed, you will learn the information that you're going for. But if you fail, you don't get to make it a dramatic failure.
What if I get an exceptional success?
I don't know.
Oh my.
You learn nothing.
How about he gets the information he's looking for and that secret? If, presuming that secret is part of the information he's looking for.
No.
You only get
The information that he's looking for is part of the secret.
Well,
Oh, alright. With an exceptional success, you have a clear escape route. With the dramatic failure, you don't necessarily have an escape, but I'm not going to arbitrarily kill your character. You will have the option, if need be, for future rolls in which to escape. This is called gambling, folks. Don't do it at home, kids.
Unlike us who are doing it at home.
what
We're
would-
adults.
What is the dice pool for the roll?
Wits plus occult? At a -4 penalty.
So I'd be rolling 1 dice.
Is it a chance die?
No,
No, it's a regular dice.
1 regular dice. I could then spend a willpower to make it 4 dice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have anything else that would give me bonuses on that roll. Unless feasibly my occult knowledge would
Nope.
benefit me? No. Because that would add another 3 dice.
You'd think with all the cults that you control, you'd have more occult knowledge.
You don't need to know anything about having
I'm sorry.
cults to run an occult. You need management to run an occult.
Once per chapter,
Well,
it's
that's
+3 on any roll that the cult could conceivably assist with.
No. That's like a
But-
staff merit.
But no one's here, so
No.
wouldn't-
What's your presence?
my presence?
Mhm.
2.
Is it higher than your wits?
No, my wits is 3.
Okay.
I'll take the dramatic fail.